But now, take a look at that. Pew! Here it goes. So we get our first solar satellites. The satellites yet... Oh, here they are. We actually see them. Look at that. That's our Dyson Sphere building up. What's up, guys? It's Kosh and welcome back to Dyson Space Program. In this episode, we will set up the chemical plants and start producing graphene and get ready for launching things in space and do some research as we go. My god, this is going so well so far. So yeah, we will need a lot of chemical plants for that. Let me get a couple of those. I'm not sure how many. And we will need to deliver refined oil over there. So it won't be easy. I decided to build it over here at this area because nearby we get lucky with like 1, 2, 3, 4 more crude oil deposits. So that's pretty convenient, and moreover that will expand our base drastically. Closer to the enemy base here we got even more deposits, so that's nice. They are getting more aggressive, they're getting more stuff here. So yeah, we won't clog our base over there, we'll use this area for that. Oh, that won't be easy. Although we got the stone here as well, so that's good. We will need water, stone, and refined oil, and we're lucky to have all those resources nearby. So we can make sulfuric acid without any issues. Now then, in order to make the graphene, we will need sulfuric acid and the energetic graphite, which is actually being produced from the coal. Do we have the coal deposits nearby? Not really nearby, but we have it at the North Pole. Is it the North Pole? I think it is. So we will have to expand a little bit over there in order to make it work. Yeah, otherwise we won't get access to it anyway, so... Yeah, I don't want to pull the coal from my reserves at the bottom. It's a bit too far and it have to go through the entire base. So I'll just get those deposits and protect it with some more defense systems. And I think we will need plastic as well. For the plastic we need energetic graphite and refined oil as well. So we will need all those resources here combined. We will try to manage it to make it look better, but I don't really guarantee that. We will see how it will go. The area here is pretty good. We got a lot of space. Oh, we got more stone veins there, by the way, if we need to. So we should be able to do it just nicely. I will start by making 2 turrets and pulling my network all the way to the North Pole so we can actually get those coal veins being delivered here, because otherwise, I don't know, I don't feel safe without that delivery. We will need a splitter here for this ammo, so we can deliver it up north. And I definitely need more iron to do it right. So right, the main problem that here we have the different grid. That's actually not the main problem. The main problem are the enemies that are nearby. Let's see if we can build a wireless tower here and if it will reach this area. Yeah, it will. So we'll be able to get access to power here as well without making the huge line of poles. So yeah, so there we go. That's the North Pole for us. Nice. We got the stone here as well. We got more research. The research is really fast right now. I can't keep up with that. So let's make the defensive building here. There we go. And that's the ammo delivery for this area. Let's hope that we'll be able to do it before the enemies will come. They are already here. Let's actually see how we'll be able to protect this area without the turret. I think it will be okay, honestly. There we go. But now the turret will have the ammo. The enemies are coming. They are not that strong, to be honest. Since we got the shield as well. My god, they died way too fast. And the turret is ready for action, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. Let's go take a look how the defense is holding up in other areas. If they are coming from all the sides or they're coming from only one direction. They are all coming straight to us through this direction. And straight to the North Pole, and this area is protected by the cannon, so yeah, that's what they will have. They will just be destroyed by the turret. Oh no, some of them are flying through. Okay, they are not going from the same area. That's good. So right, at least I feel safe now, so this area won't be destroyed by the enemies. Let's get the mining machine. All right, and we will use it to deliver the ore back. My god, that's double the belts. But I mean, if you want your base to be secured, you don't get that many options. So yeah, let's move this belt right next to the belt that we already have, so it will be easier to control and protect. And here we'll make it a bit higher, and over there and down. There we go. So that's our coal deposit delivery, basically. And the coal is being produced now. Later on we will fill this area with the solar plants, because I feel that it's more efficient than placing them somewhere else. because they work 24/7 here. Like, I think uptime on the north area is better, but we will see. Last time it worked way better for me. All right, we will also need a water pump. There we go. And we will need to connect this belt somehow over here, so all the refined oil will go to the right. And honestly, I think that electricity won't be our first demand, so I want to prolong this one over there and then put it back here and in the storage. So that way only some of those power plants will take it, but the rest of those will be delivered to our production line. So let's do that. And here is the water production. So now we have all the belts in place. We will have the water production, we will have the oil, and we will have the coal over here. Coal have to be refined though. We'll work on that a bit later, and we will start producing that somewhere here, closer to the equator, because it's like it have more building grids and they are more aligned here. So yeah, the first one will be chemical plants that are producing the sulfuric acid. We need stone, refined oil, and water for that. I haven't actually delivered the stone yet. While I'm doing all the construction, I will link those things properly because we still want to get the electricity and everything. And later on we will change it to the proper loop. I think I want a separate miner for this, so I won't have to do something with those things. But it doesn't have space for that. I like how I connected the oil straight to the coal. There we go, that will be way better. So yeah, now we'll get the extra electricity production for now while we're setting everything up. I actually had to realign the turret a bit more. And we can make the small bridges like that in order to go over the belt. So it's way easier to do it like that. So yeah, now the turret is operational and we get additional stone production from this mining machine. So right, how we deliver oil, stone, and water to make this? And we will need way more oil, like stone is the most required resource, then there will be oil, and then the water. So we gotta prioritize things right in order to optimize the production speed. So let's do it like that. The stone will be on the first lane. You can do it like that, using the shift, and it will make a small bump over here. All right, that's the stone, then the oil. So we can make this belt, but we can't really build under it afterwards. So there we go. Now it will work, so we have to redo some stuff. And the last one will be water. Yeah, we will need to protect this area as well, because that's a lot of complex production chains here. And the cool thing about this game that if they will be destroyed by the enemies, we can easily recover that by making the auto repair ability. So let's try to use one fast inserter for each area and see how it will go. All good. Let's plan ahead first before turning everything on. So if we want to make graphene, right, we need to connect refined coal with this petroleum thingy. Okay, that means that we will need to make production line for the coal here. So we will get the graphene, and we will need a lot of that. So let's make sure that we can afford several of those things. So let's make more of them. Oh yeah, I like how it's getting. Oh, that was a mistake. It's looking more and more like a factory now, because we can make the crazy production lines with here, and that's what I'm aiming for. So there we go. That's the graphene, and we will need. My god, we need so many of those belts. How many of each do we need for this? We will need 3 graphene and 1 what's that, sulfuric acid. So let's make graphene closer to the building, and sulfuric acid will go second. Let's see if normal pickup things will work here. And we will build a small Tesla tower just outside to see if that will work. There we go, everything works. I'm not sure about the speed, we might need to adjust that. But we already get the construction of really important things here. Let's prolong the production lines a bit more, because I'm pretty sure we will need to produce a lot of those things. There we go, pretty satisfying if you ask me. And we got the goddamn copper veins in the way. Can we go above them? Oh, we can. All right, that will be just a couple of those factories. But I think we will use up copper veins later, sooner or later, and yeah, most likely later. And we'll be able to use this area to the fullest. The only drawback here that we release one of those here, and the factory is straight after it, so it doesn't have like full collection of it here. It seems to be working. We need more refined oil for this. It seems that our refined oil production isn't high enough, surprisingly. We can adjust that later. For now, we have one building and that's pretty much enough for our requirements. Oh, we will need a turret here, so it needs to be delivered the ammo as well on the outside. Yeah, because otherwise that thing will be pretty easily destroyed. Oh well, that's pretty easy. We make another splitter. Yeah, and I think I will send it straight to the second level, so it will be easier to go around all those belts here, so it won't collide with anything. And only here I will put it to the first floor. Oof, I placed it wrong. There we go. So that's some pretty decent protection for this area, I think. Alright, so production is underway, that's great. We don't do any research though. Why? We can make energy storage now, so we can use that. What the hell is this? Geothermal power station. Why the hell not? Let's go for it. Titanium smelting, we will need that as well, I think. And of course we need this solar orbit system, so we will be able to launch more stuff. We will start launching stuff in space. We get the yellow structure matrix already, which is requiring gems from us, like those things. So let's go over those. We need this, this, and the yellow matrix. We need to get ready for the production of it. So at least we'll still get some production going for the research. How is our grid? Consumption is 28, generation is 18, so we need way more power. And there is one easy way how we can do that. We will need... Oh wow, that's not easy. We also will need crystal silicon for the batteries. We will need it anyway. And we will need high purity silicon for the solar panels. We actually will need that. Yeah, we will need it anyway, so let's go for it. So we have this conveyor belt with the normal silicon ore that can be refined even further. I'm not sure which building do we need. We need smelters again for that. And for that we need more iron. Wow, I use iron way too fast. So we got the empty space on the left where we can actually make this production line. So let's make some smelters here. We got the iron vein in the way though, so that's a bit annoying. We will move the production lines on the left here. There we go, high purity silicon. Let's go. And then we can make crystal silicon as well if we need to. So yeah, it's the whole silicon refining production line. But for the solar panels we need just the normal silicon, circuit boards and the copper, so we will send this silicon to the south where we got the copper and those board production facilities. We might need to upgrade this one to the second tier though, and use this to produce the solar panels, because they will allow us to get enough energy right now from the planet. Otherwise we will be in trouble. We are already in trouble though, because the wind turbines are not enough. So yeah, that's not really nice. And yeah, I actually produced a bit more wind turbines, although they are in the way of everything all the time. But that's the easiest and the cheapest source of energy for us right now, so we will try to use it to the maximum while we can. I mean, why the hell not? If we got an empty space, let's fit one or two of those things over there. So yeah, I added some more of those. We got generation capacity of 25 megawatts, which is not enough even for our normal consumption. I'm not talking about if I will decide to step in and recharge. But yeah, that's better than what we had before. So yeah, let's create more solar panels and use them as well for the generation. And use the accumulators in order to save up more energy, the batteries. And since we got some graphene, we can actually make tier 2 production replicators now. So let's make a couple of them. Wow, that one is expensive. Let's make a couple of those and actually use them to upgrade our production lines in some areas. And it's actually sending me more and more to other planets in order to collect more resources, which is pretty cool. But I'm not ready for that yet. So we either send the stuff over there, like copper and those boards, or send it here. We got some space here that I think it's free of everything. We can create the solar panels here, I think. Ooh, there we go. We get the technology to launch the stuff in the space, but we are not ready for that yet. We don't have energy to produce that and production capacities, but we will get there soon. So solar panel production, we need this, this, and that. What's the amount of the things? We need the same amount of... All right, I get it. So that's how we will connect it. That thing will be copper... on the first line, those boards on the second line, and this thing will be on the first line as well. And the final product, I'm not sure if I need a couple of those, or I can just deliver it straight to the chest, because I don't think that I'll be able to support more than one production facility. Ah, we need to deliver it to the chest, right, I forgot. We need to start producing the buildings actually, so we can automate the construction. Like for example, building more conveyor belts, not manually, but using the assembly machines. And let's connect it to the power. Let's see how long it will take. Do we need a higher production volume? It's kinda break-even point. So yeah, that will allow us to use the bots and automation in order to construct stuff, and less of manual labor, so we won't have to worry about the conveyor belts or sorters anymore. Because it's a bit annoying, to be honest, to do it manually. My inventory is full. Logistics, so there we go. That's the delivery stuff. That's stuff that will be delivered to you by the bots when we will get there. So there we go. We already got 19 solar panels. That's a really crazy amount. Let's create one of those again. And I want to use them, but I don't want to place them just here. I want to test if it still works like I used to use it. North Pole. So the thing is, here you get more light over time. So yeah, most of the time you can see sun. And that means that the solar panels might be able to work longer. Let's try and see how it will work. We got insane amount of space here for that, but the best space is like really close. That's too close for them. Okay. Intensity 61, 67, 64. It's generating still pretty decent amount of energy. And since we can get infinite amount of that, that's pretty cool. So I will check how it will work later. Here we get 65, 62. Yeah, we will compare them with the average production later. But it like uses them as your permanent energy source, just like the wind turbines, so they can do that for a longer period of time here. That depends totally on the planet, because it can have different angle to the sun and everything, so I'm not entirely sure how it works. I forgot how it works, but we will see. In any case, that's extra energy that we can place anywhere. We can place it on the equator as well in order to maximize its gains, but without the batteries, they are not that useful, because during the night you will have the energy shortage. Let's fly it closer to the middle of the area where our base is. There we go. Is it close to the equator or not? Not really, but I think it's close enough. Yeah, here is the equator, and we are really close to it, so it should work here. We got 11 of those left, so let's see how they will work here. The good thing that we can build them like in a field-like manner, and intensity here is 95%. But what's cool that you can make grids out of those, and that will give you more energy production easier. But you need batteries, and the batteries are hard to construct. We need supermagnetic ring, we need the crystal silicon that we can only make in the smelting facility, so we will need more of arc smelters and that advanced silicon in order to do that. Let's try to get some, but I'm not entirely sure it will work. And yeah, that's very expensive if you will use the normal stone for that, because it takes forever to get. So I'll just place it in this chest as well for now. Yeah, we need to start starfaring and delivering stuff from other planets already, because that's required, but I can't even imagine how many production buildings do we need here to refine this stone into something that we need, something like that. But I want to create some generators anyway using the manual labor, because making the facilities for that will take a long time, but we will get there sooner or later. What we need to maximize the production of are the space things. Can I make those logistic distributors? Yeah, that will automate the production with the usage of bots. Those logistics bots, we will have to create them as well. So we'll have to make several production lines to automate all that. But first of all, we will need to start constructing solar sails. So we got the graphene production, right? Now we need to make this photo combiner. In order to do this, we need the circuit board and prism. Prism is being used out of glass, so it's actually pretty easy. We got the glass production here, and we can use any stone deposit for that as well. So we got another stone deposit over here, and we will put a splitter over here for our circuit boards, and we will make production of those somewhere here, because This area is a bit busy and I don't want to clog it with that production right now. There we go, we got the accumulators. Let's put them somewhere safe, closer to the middle of our base, I guess. But where it won't get in anything's way. I think this area is just great. It can be set in the water. Let's place them here. There we go. So finally we can store some energy and use it later. So during the day they will get more, or when we don't operate that actively, and then it will be used later. Moreover, if we will need some aggressive things here like weaponry and stuff, that will help quite a lot. We unlocked the yellow matrix, guys, already. That was fast. What do I do right now? Honestly, I am a bit behind in everything. I might get the better stuff here, but I won't use it anyway. Let's get this thing. I think I needed that. Oh, that requires the yellow already. Ray receiver. Now this one will allow us to get the energy from space. That's pretty cool, right? Let's get this research being done and we'll decide what to do afterwards. Yeah, I really need to get this thing on the production. I'm tired of this, of manually constructing the belts. I decided to queue up a lot of cheaper upgrades here, especially for the defenses. I'm not sure if the enemies will get tough or not, but we got way too many blue matrices that we don't really use, so we can queue up a lot of stuff here, which is pretty cheap. And maybe not so cheap as well. Mecha Cruise, what the hell is that? Space twice, key forward space. Mecha will orbit a planet at a higher speed. But we can queue up more stuff. So there we go, the belt is complete. It was easier than I thought it will be. Actually, it wasn't that hard. And we will need that advanced replicator here in order to create the final result of our work. And we will need additional defense here, because we will need a place to shoot those things in the air as well. I think we will place it here, and here we'll construct those things. And finally, we can make it happen. So, bam, bam, and here will be the delivery belt. Where do we want to send again? I think this is a good place. Let's add additional defense turret here, so this area will be safer. And we are pretty much done. We can add more of those if we want to, because this one stockpiles a bit. So we can get 2 factories. That's great. But first, I think I wanna launch our first EM rail injector. We will need some graphite for that. What exactly do we lack? We just need the iron to make those circly things. This thing is expensive as hell because supermagnetic ring, well, it is expensive because we need to get a lot of turbines and stuff, and it requires a lot of other resources. So yeah, we need way more iron for that. You know what? I'm not sure what do we need. It's something about supermagnetic rings. Everything else should have enough resources. We got the steel, we got everything. We need 10 of those. That's like 30 of those. That's like 30 of iron. Do we have that? We have 86, so that's more than enough. I get it. I think I get it. We got magnets as well. That's not it. There we go. We can finally produce not 1, but 2 of those EM rail ejectors. That will be cool. That will take a while though. This production is complex, so we have to wait. While we're waiting, let's take a look at our solar system. So we got a gas giant as our main planet here, so we are actually on the moon. Yeah, we can't really do anything here right now. Distribution coverage for logistics distributor, we will need that later. And that enemy hive, it's flying around in a totally different orbit. I don't know if they will notice me or not. Right now they don't. Planetary base is, yes, it's there, but we should be okay. We are totally protected. All our areas and assets are protected. The weapons are being delivered, the ammo is being delivered. I want to check the coverage of this base. Okay, it covers this area, that one covers that area, no one covers this area. So let's place it here for a bit more defense, just in case. So guys, our first injector is ready, and we can place it, well, anywhere, to be honest. I'll place it here. I don't really remember how it works, but it definitely consumes a lot of energy. So basically, right now, let's edit the orbit. That's the sun. And I'm not sure how do I want to place it. Orbit list 1. is around it. Add orbit. So we can customize it, right? Add orbit. There we go. Over here. Orbit radius. So how far it is from the sun, inclination, and longitude. So we can fully customize the orbit right now. Let's set it up. I want it to look cool. So one will be 130 degrees. Just like that. I'm not actually sure how it works. So the first one is circular. This one is not. Can we edit it? Yeah, we can. The first one is, let's say, 10,000 meters. So it will be kind of even. Second one will be, I want all of them to be on the same distance. For now, at least. There we go. So now we can launch our satellites to some orbit. And let's launch them to orbit 2 first. No solar cells, of course not. Just you wait. Actually, I think we can use this one. Oh, we can't. So we can't power it like that. Okay. I just stole one of those power poles from the nearby building. But now, take a look at that. Pew! Here it goes. So we get our first solar satellites that will produce energy for us in the future. Can we get the second one already? Yeah, we can. Cool. Rotation blocked by high buildings. Alright, they can be that close, I guess. And this one will use orbit 1. There we go. So we actually started using all that stuff. Wait, why it's not shooting? Pitch limit. So it can shoot there right now. Depending on the orbit and our placement in space, we can either use it all the time or not. So the basic orbit that was on the sun cannot be achieved right now, I guess. So here are our satellites. There is something flying towards them. Oh, that's the aliens doing their alien things. So I'm building the network of satellites that will transfer the data for us, the power. And a space dark fog hive is like, what the hell? They started noticing us. So we will have to fight with them as well later. So now this one is working, and depending on the position, not all of them will work at the same time. And I think it depends on the orbit as well. I think I found a way how to deal with that later, like when I played it before. But right now I don't really remember. So I'll just let it go as it is. And we'll decide how it go from here, and later on we'll make it right. For now, I'm happy with the results that they are shooting sometimes not. So yeah, basically our goal is to create the orbits that will be perfect for our area, because that one therefore doesn't work. Let's use orbit 1 now, since we just need more satellites there. And yeah, for now, it might not be really cool, because even if we will build the array receiver, that will require insane amount of resources, we won't get that much power from it. But as we go to other planets, that might be really important, and that will save us. And overall, isn't that cool that we are launching something from our planet somewhere in space? I think it looks great. Although we don't really see the satellites yet. Oh, here they are. We actually see them. Look at that. That's our Dyson Sphere building up. But yeah, they have the lifespan that will end at some point, and we will have to replenish their amount over time. But we can use the whole system to do that. And now, when there is a night, we can't really do anything, because it seems it's outside of our range or something. Let me experiment with orbits a little bit. I think I can find an orbit that will work for us. Dyson Swarm power generation is 5 megawatts already. Not bad. Power intercepted by dark fog hive, so they can take some of that. That's cool. So I created a new orbit, which is bigger, and probably will be able to... Nah, not really. So as you can see, guys, during the night, since the sun is away, we can't really do anything about that. My god, the hive is huge. And there is a solution to that. We might build those rail generators on the pole, because here we get way more view of the entire area. So from here, we can keep shooting 24/7. Because look at that. That thing is just spinning around. I think I was using the pole not to get the solar power, but in order to launch the satellites. So yeah, let's try to send those satellites to the pole and see how efficient it will be to run it from there. So we got the enemy assault again. Let's see how it works. Oh, they're actually doing damage to us right now. But our repair facilities are working great, so that was fixed, and they are getting more and more aggressive. I like that. So now one turret will kind of defend the area, but it won't be as efficient as it seems. There we go, they're all destroyed. That was cool. And they're getting the XP, and when they get to the next level, I guess we will suffer a bit more. So let's remove those annoying solar panels and now place something better here. We will place the turret for the Dyson Swarm. Oh, wait. If we can get it elevated, that will be even better. So we see the space from here. We see the sun. It works. It's day, but during the nighttime, I think we can see the sun as well. Let's see. Let's try to get the foundation here. Lack of item. Of what kind of item? We got the steel. We got the stone brick. Ah, we need to produce those first. Okay. There we go. So yeah, we can actually use up the water area like that because of the foundation. Let's try to get more of them then. Okay, even now, when it's actually daytime, one of the orbits doesn't really work. Number 3. What about number 1? Doesn't work. Number 2. They don't work. That's supposed to work because we can see it. Okay, let's move it a bit closer to the base and see how it will work here. It works. So I wonder what the uptime will be here, because it seems to be better, but not necessarily. So yeah, now we can launch satellites in space and get energy from it. Actually, we didn't get the energy building yet. Let's get one. We will need a lot of iron again and stone and everything. There we go. It will take a long time to produce as well. So yeah, it seems to be fixed right now because even on the pole, if you build the rail ejector, it will still won't be able to shoot when you want it to shoot, so it will all have the cooldown, sadly. I created the new orbit and it seems to work, so maybe that will work. Let's see, because that's a very weird orbit. Let me show you. So the orbit 4 is like vertical. That means that it should be accessible from all the areas at all times, but we will take a look how it will work in the future. For me, most important thing that this thing should work as much as possible. So if you take a look at that orbit, it's all around and far away. It's really close to the Hive's orbit, to be honest. Let's take a look. Hell yeah, it's really close to the Hive's orbit. But that means that we should be able to use it all the time, because as we move around, we can land satellites there. I think we will see, but right now it works, and I'm happy about that. And we are still building this receiver. It took a while, so in the next video, guys, I will therefore automate most things, so we won't have to produce the basic stuff like conveyor belts, like everything, and we will get easier way of moving things around on the planet, because soon we will get off the planet, and managing that micro things, that will be horrible. So we will try to optimize everything as much as possible. And finally, we got the ray receiver, and since it will receive power from space again, I would like to place it somewhere nearby, so it will be in the area next to the pole, so it will get better connection to space things. There we go. So right now we are getting 6 megawatts from it, and as it will continuously run, it will get more and more stuff. And since it's pointing towards the area where our Dyson whatever things are, sails, I think it will work. We will see photon generation. The hell is this? That's something new. We haven't seen that before. So over time, its ray receiving efficiency will increase, and we will get more and more power. Look at that. We got so many of those sails in the sky already. Let's take a look. Hell yeah, we are doing a really good job so far. Look at that. And yeah, we can use it on any planet later on in order to get the energy source there without being worried too much with the solar panels and wind generators, and it can get a lot of power fast, and you can upgrade it to make it better. Can I upgrade it to make it better though? Yeah, there we go. Ray transmission efficiency minus 10%, solar ray energy dissipation. So over time, it will get better and better and better and better and even better. So it will be nice. We can also improve solar sail life, so it will not destroy that fast. Nice. We need to get the drive engine, I guess. And I actually added a bit more we need power here, a bit more production facilities here, so we can produce more of the sails faster. So yeah, the cooldown will be lower, and we will build our fantastic Dyson Sphere faster. We already kinda look cool. I like how it looks that we got those belts of satellites flying around that we can actually use. That's mind-blowing. And look at that, our northern turret is still working, even though it's night. It's still actively shooting satellites in space, and the ray receiver is actively working and generating insane amount of electricity for our planet, and we can do it. Same for other planet. Nice. So yeah, guys, that will be it for this video. In the next video, we will manage the automation because I'm tired of managing everything manually. We will make things way easier and probably will progress a bit more in the research. There we go. It looks great already and it will look even better in the future. And yeah, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video in order to promote it in YouTube algorithm, and check out the video description for the playlist with the rest of the episodes. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. It's been Kosh. Have a good one. Bye.